Miami has a dolphin, the greatest football team. Miami has a dolphin, the greatest football team.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Cummings. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Here's Myers from the gun on third down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Trying! And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Ready? Pack the 60. Pack, go.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Running right, here's Achane. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going?
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Crazy. I hear what's that? Hey, what's that? Crazy. 5.
Here's May. And that'll be incomplete. The Raiders at 7-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here goes crazy.
They'll throw with May. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And this is a game where you don't envy a defensive coordinator. This is what you have to game plan against all week. This offense is #1 in the NFL in passing, and they're clicking here early as they get a completion there for a first down.
What's that? Five. Crazy.
To throw, it's May. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Five. Crazy. Hey, what's that? Crazy.
From the shotgun, May with it. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
Five. Crazy. Five.
They're going to throw. May. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Crazy. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's that?
To the air, May. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. You talk about this Miami defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They spent the week in practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
What's that?
Throwing here is May. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
On the play. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Crazy. You got that? Hey, what's that?
They'll look to throw again. That's to Bowers once again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
May going to bat this one forward. He's got some room to operate. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
In motion, the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for 3rd place all time. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Hey, here goes son. Crazy, crazy.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Crazy, 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 torpedo.
Back to throw here. They'll get this out to Tootin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 6.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, five. Hey, Bo, crazy, crazy. Them. Hey, keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Hey, what's that? Hey, five.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
They go play action now. May. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Crazy.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last.
Crazy.
He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down.
Crazy. Crazy.
They'll try and throw for it with May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations. And
he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Bashal Tootin hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Dolphins 7.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Achane on the counter. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Up the middle, Achane. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll try the left side. Goss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now Myers from the gun on third down. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, 69 yards. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and number 1. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Raiders take over first and at their own 50.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll throw with May. Finds Tootin out of the backfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Crazy.
Play action. May. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Here's May. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Five. Crazy.
To throw, it's May. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They're on the stop with Leo Chanel. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is 2nd and 8.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's up?
They're going to throw. May drops it underneath for Tootin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Short completion, just 4 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing here is May. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Dolphins 10.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is...
Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A big year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
3rd and 5.
Let's go.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. Oh, he's got a little down. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Option handoff now to Achane. And he gets it down to the 32. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Silver. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Hey, what's that? Here we go, bro. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's next? 29.
To the air, May. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Raiders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking here for Smith downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
Hey, what's that? 5.
They'll look to throw here. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him now. They tend to leave him in.
They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
What's up?
From the shotgun, it's May. Pass right side, caught by Thornton. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
What's that?
They'll look to throw again. May looking to run. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Through the middle of the field, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Bashir Tootin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now the try here for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Raiders 52, Dolphins 10.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down. A gain of 12. And a Dolphin first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to H.M. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. 2nd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. A gain of 5. First down, Miami.
Again, he'll drop the throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll give this to H.M. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hawk 70.
To throw is Myers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Yo. Cougar 19.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Hey, let's punch it in. Great job, we're good.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Over the middle, complete. That's Young. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fielded at the 33. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. Now the ball comes loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. May going to bat this one forward. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Raiders, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore.